Turn into kindness, resist Trump with all the love of every earth right now. Stand up. If you don't have feet, rise up. No matter what you think is happening, turn into some compassion for the folks that have been most scaring you. But I say scaring, I mean we're afraid to get so close to look at the pain of another human being. Could you imagine, instead of a sharpshooter saying, oh, that person can shoot someone from a mile away, like, oh no, we're giving everybody, like a lot of our indigenous friends would be like, oh no, give them, yeah, let them have, you just got eagle eye vision, you just suddenly could see like a falcon, like a red-tailed hawk, be like, oh, I can see their freckles. No, I can't kill them. I'm just seeing through their life, what they've been doing, what they did as a kid, how loved they were, and how the family had such plans for them to help stand up against whatever cruelties and, and just like help the earth, help the neighborhood and the entire earth be better, because there's going to be more and more. There's over 100 million refugees right now, and it's going to go into the hundreds of millions. And it's easy to play the defensiveness, the supremacist card, the supremacy of your religion, the supremacy of your skin color, supremacy of your ideas. And you're missing out in those moments. It'd be like every person that's just heading towards you, be like, all right, where's my weapon? Where's my weapon? That's supposedly handshakes were from that, to check to see if someone had a weapon, maybe some people said, oh, hugs for that. No, to pat you down to see if you had a weapon. It's like, no, it's like, there, someone, because I just had, 3 days ago, I just had the back, they burned at Surgical Center of New England, they just burned the nerves on my L3, L4, and L5 on my back to send the pain signals to the brain. And so a lot of younger guys, friends, and maybe it's like, because folks are taught to be homophobic or something, so they're afraid to give you a soft hug. I'm just thinking even 20, 30 years ago or something. I had back stuff back then. And you explain to someone like, or just someone was just taught, you give a firm handshake and you give a big bear hug. I go, you don't know who's who has severe spinal stenosis or whatever, who you're crunching. So just always start out as gentle so you can feel the breath of the other person. And then you're just breathing love to like everybody else, It's just like, that's the great centering thing. That's what a hug should be, not like, just, yeah, right? Because we all started out, hopefully you started out in your mom's arms. And what is it? I loved it, and I saw that National Geographic thing about how you can only see 12 inches, kind of about that distance from your eyes to the baby's eyes. The baby can only see 12 inches when they're born. And I don't know, we have to get better at getting the decoders out, how to interview every baby and every dog and every one of every species, to find out like, well, when did it start to get less fuzzy? And when did you get clarity? When could you see clearer from 2 feet and 3 feet and 5 feet? Just like supposedly a baby, it's not really black and white. It's like versionings of sepia, brown, gray. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe some browns. But the first color you can see is magenta. That's why in Pleasantville, it goes from black and white in the first color. Jeff Daniels, right? I think with Joan Allen, right? Just the rose bursts out, right? So the red is the first color. But then I've asked hundreds of people and I don't know. It's a fun thing to ask. It's like, what do you think babies, again, you gotta, maybe if you so know how to, maybe babies are like, yeah, you guys are too into your world to know how to interview every baby ever. And you do, when you just you melt open with your heart. And then you don't even care what the answer is. I was going to say, so you go into the baby. So, all right, so you're over 3 months. So you saw red. Can you see the other colors now? Or in what order did they come? Did it go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet? Although supposedly Newton or somebody else, like whoever decided it was a name, Roy-Jabiv, like indigo really isn't there, but it is in a way, because I guess there's always species that can see like millions of gradations of color. But to not get hung up on, can you imagine being a reincarnated creature going, oh, this is great, I get to fly around, but I only can see in black and white, but actually we had only a black and white TV until we were like 14 or so, I think. I'm trying to remember, maybe 13, 14, 15. I never saw it, like, Wizard of Oz in color until I was like 18, dude, all right, let me be quiet. All right, I'm gonna go back and we're gonna go, I'll be back in a second.